And it's penalties. They couldn't be separated in 90 minutes. The extra half an hour couldn't sort it out either, despite the chance for Foden and one for Rudiger. The goals were scored in each half of normal time. Rodrigo for Real Madrid, Kevin De Bruyne for Manchester City. But Laura, it's going to take a penalty shootout to work out who plays Bayern Munich in the semi-finals.
It is indeed the first Champions League quarter-final to go to penalties for 19 years. And for Real Madrid, who've won 2 and lost 2 in Europe, the last time they went to penalties was 2016. It was the Champions League final, which they won when they beat Atletico. Look, you don't need any of these stats. You just need to look at these two teams and figure out what is going to happen in this penalty shootout. Rio, if you're a betting man, what would you say happens next?
I don't know. I think I'll go with Real Madrid now. I thought they looked fatigued. When we went to extra time, I thought they were a team looked like on the last legs. City were probing. City were the team on the front foot. And I thought they'd get it done in extra time. But now they've gone to penalties. I'm probably going to side with Real Madrid here.
Jolien, how are they feeling at this moment? You mentioned fatigue earlier on. This is a team that's well drilled, well organised.
Yeah, they're feeling very tired. Every player. When we were speaking to Rio then, they kicked off in the first half 8 o'clock. Half 10, that's 2.5 hours of football.
You had plans, didn't it? You had plans.
But yeah, listen, as Rio said there, I think Real Madrid have been playing to get to this stage of the game for a lot longer than Man City. Man City have been probing and pressing, trying to get to a victory overall, but Real Madrid trying to get to penalty.
Two definite penalty takers. If it was on the pitch, Erling Haaland and Kevin De Bruyne off the pitch now. I mean, that's huge in itself.
Did that surprise you when that happened? I know you guys reacted in the studio with me.
Yeah, definitely. You would have identified them as penalty takers, but you can say that against Real Madrid, Toni Kroos and Vinicius Junior. So, listen, there's a lot of quality out there, a lot of international talent. So, I don't think any player will not want to take it.
You've been in situations like this. What does a manager say when they're huddled up? What's he trying to get to his players?
Confidence, saying he believes in the players, looking around, looking in the eyes, see who really wants it. I used to look at the floor at these times, didn't want to be picked, but there will be people like that in there. Yeah. But you've got to be honest. But they prepared for this. They've got the preparation done. The technique is there. It's all been done in the training ground. But you can't replicate these moments, this atmosphere. And it's down to each individual to control themselves in this atmosphere. Hardest thing to do.
Yeah, 100%. Listen, you can replicate penalty taking, the technique of it all, but that walk from the halfway line to the penalty spot to the 18-yard box, that can be a lonely place. So, again, careful be saying execute what you've practiced. Don't change your mind. Go there, steady your thoughts, compose yourself, see the job through.
What about Real Madrid? They are giants in the Champions League. They are on the road. It doesn't faze them. They come to a place like the Etihad, and they're unbeaten here. It's took a long time.
Again, as a club, there's no bigger club in this competition. But as a group of players, this would be a new stage for them. Again, they're relatively young. Yes, there's a lot of experience in there. Some of them have won this competition before, but listen, at this stage of the competition now and at this stage of the game, you can be nervous.
With that badge comes expectancy. It comes responsibility. It comes replicating what's gone before you. History. So these Real Madrid players know that, and I just feel that extra bit of confidence from what the badge gives them, I think, puts them as favourites in my eyes.
That first toss, that was for which end?
Well.
That toss there, that is for whether you'll go first or second. So Carl Walker saying Manchester City are going to go first.
Manchester City, or NBA, Laura.
Listen.
Is it near us?
Yeah.
Oh, this is what you want.
Okay, right. Let's get back to commentary team then. Let's get these penalties underway, shall we? Let's go back to Maka and also Darren Fletcher.
Thank you, Laura. You could cut the tension in here with a knife. Manchester City's first ever Champions League shootout. They've won 3 from 3 in European competition, including the Super Cup at the start of the season when they scored all 5 penalties against Sevilla. This is Real Madrid's first penalty shootout in the Champions League since the final of 2016 against Atletico Madrid. And of course, we had penalties in the previous round, Arsenal needing penalties to get past Porto, and then the following night, Atletico Madrid going through against Inter on penalties. So we have had the drama. And we're going to get the prospect here of Manchester City going first. If you're in a shootout, Steve, I presume you want to take the first one.
Well, I think statistics say that if you go first and you score particularly, you'll put a bit of pressure on. And that's what they think, isn't it? The Julian Alves World Cup winner is stepping up to be the first.
Worth pointing out at this stage that he's not the first choice goalkeeper by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, he's been third choice at some stage this season. Courtois injured, Kepa on the bench. So Andriy Lunin, the Ukraine international, is the goalkeeper for Real Madrid, up against the World Cup winner, a Manchester City substitute, Julian Alvarez, to get this penalty shootout underway, playing for a place in the semi-finals with Bayern Munich, waiting for the winners. And Alvarez is clinical. Perfect start for the European champions.
Yeah, lovely penalty to get the format underway. And the boos ring out to the Croatian Luka Modric. He's probably heard and seen all this before.
Well, there's nobody out there more experienced for him. 38 years of age, 525 games for Real Madrid, 125 appearances in the Champions League, and the boos cascading all around the Etihad Stadium. Ederson waits. Here comes Modric, and Ederson saves it! The first miss from Luka Modric, and it's advantage Manchester City.
Yeah, great save by Ederson. Down to his right. Wasn't in the corner, so it was really good save by the Brazilian.
So